yes, in case you have, I'm very excited about it. I got a microphone. It's attached to a long, this ruler could not be any longer. This is, in fact, my third time trying to film this because halfway through I realized I was not telling you any of my ratings. So today's video is our not May TBR, our May book wrap up. All of the books that I read in the month of May. In the month of May, I read 12 books, and it's not going to take long to talk about them because of the 12, 6 of them were part of some series. So I can just talk about them as a whole together. So we're just going to get into it. Like in past videos, there is no certain order because when I get done, I just add them to the stack. So here we go. So the first books I want to talk about is I think it's going to be a trilogy. I reread the first book and the second book came out last month, and I ended up reading it as soon as it came out, the day it came out. And that is the Neverlist series by Jade Presley. First one is the Neverlist, and the second one is the King's List. And in this, we are following our main character. I am terrible at character names. I always forget them as soon as I close the book. All right, we're following our main female character, Riley Gray. Threatened by invaders in this kingdom, they're on the verge of chaos that no one can stop. And unless the 4 immortal god princes find their fated mate and safeguard their throne, the kingdom will fall. And in this, 5 women have tried so far, and this is the 6th year that they've had what they call the choosing, where they are trying to find their mates. And our main character, Riley, her sister has gone missing. And so the last time she saw her sister said she was going to the choosing ceremony. And so she decides to sneak in and see if she can find her sister. She has no want to be chosen for this. She does not want to be chosen. She just wants to go there, see if she can find her sister. She wants to see if she can find any information of where her sister may have gone. Just so happens she gets picked. And then we follow her story from there. It is a watch use. I loved it. I loved it. You get to see each prince has there are 4 different princes, like it said, and they each have their own district or place that they kind of rule over. You have Emerald, Onyx, Ruby, and I forget the name of the blue one, but those are the 4 colors, and each prince has their own color. And yeah, it's really, really good. I really enjoyed it. I really, really enjoyed it. And our prince, Jax, is my favorite. He is my favorite. But I am excited to see how this series ends next year. I cannot wait for the next one to come out in April. I gave both of these 5 stars. There is spice. I highly, highly recommend the series. If you like Watch Yous, you're going to love this. Next up, we finished the next book in the Kings of Sin series, which is King of Envy by Anna Wong. This follows our main character, Vuk, and Ayana. And Ayana is engaged to be married to Vuk's best friend. But Vuk is obsessed with him. And if you saw I think I did a video reading this book in that. And a man who yearns is a man who earns. That's all I'm going to say. Because throughout this whole entire video, all he wants is her. And it is so good. I gave this 4 stars. There is spice, and I liked it a lot. But Ayana it's an engagement of convenience, and you learn why as you read. I just wanted to jump in and give this man a hug, because he has been through some traumatic things in his past, and you learn about that too. And he doesn't speak very much. He uses a lot of sign language, and you learn about that too as you read. And I just wanted to give this man a hug because he wanted nothing but her, and it was just so cute, and I highly recommend. If you are a One Tree Hill girly, you love One Tree Hill like me, it is your favorite show of all time like me, you rewatch it over and over like me, and you've probably watched it 70 times like me, then I need you to read The Graham Effect by Elle Kennedy. This book is very much One Tree Hill coded. You have 2 rival colleges, one shut down, and so Briar U takes that college over. The hockey team comes over there, and then not only does that hockey team have to try out to see if they can be a part of Briar U's team, but Briar U also has to retry out to see if they're going to be part of the starting lineup. And it is so Lucas and Nathan coded between 2 of these characters. It's just unreal. Each side picks a captain, so they're like co-captains, and so it is very much Lucas and Nathan coded. And then we have our main character, Gigi, who is of course Garrett Graham's daughter. She is on the women's team, and we are just following the story. It is so cute. I loved it. I gave it 4.5 stars. Ate it up. I cannot wait for the rest of the series. If it is as good as this one, I'm very much excited. All right, let's talk about a series that I'm not up to date, but I read most of it in the month of May. And that series is the Beast of the Briar series by Elizabeth Helen. This is also Why Choose. So if you can't tell, I love me a good Why Choose. Why choose when you can just have them all? Am I right? I'm just going to hold up the first one. So we are following our main character, Rosalina, in this. The first one is very much a Beauty and the Beast retelling. Her father swears that her mother was taken by the Fae, and he has been searching his whole life trying to get her back. And he ends up and falls upon the Fae castle. And like the Beauty and the Beast story, all she asks for is a rose. And so when he tries to steal one of the princes comes in and he is imprisoned. And she comes in like Beauty and the Beast and trades her freedom for his. And we follow the story from there. It is so good. There are 5 different Fae princes in this story. We have the Prince of the Autumn, Spring, Summer, and Winter courts. And then we also have the Prince of the Below. And it is so good. There is plot in here that the first one is pretty much Beauty and the Beast retelling. The rest of them take on their own plot from there. It is very much the Below is trying to take over the different seasons and kind of their fight trying to keep their season from being taken over. They also, just like Beauty and the Beast, have their curses and the rose that tells how their curse is going. If you like, Fae, Why Choose? If you like Beauty and the Beast, I highly, highly recommend this book series. Book 5 is on my TBR for June, and I cannot wait because the way book 4 ended is fixing to get messy. And then book 6 comes out in July, and the final book comes out in October. September. October. It comes out in October. So I'm very, very excited to see how the series ends because it is becoming one of my favorites. I gave every book in this series either a 4.5 or a 5-star. And the spice starts with 1 chili pepper and it grows from there. So a book I finished. All of these books are books I finished in May. We finished The 7-Year Itch by Amy Dawes. This is the second book in the Mountain Men Matchmaker series. This is following Calder and Dakota. Dakota is friends with one of Calder's brother's wives, and Calder is the brother of the main character from book 1. And in this, something happened 7 years ago to make her highly, highly hate him. He messed something up and she just has not forgiven him yet. And they end up having to share a bungalow at a family vacation. And we follow it from there. It is so good. It is so good. If you like audiobooks, I highly recommend this audiobook because it is duet narration. And I immersive read this one. I gave it 4.5 stars. So if that is something like, if you're just I could do the audiobook by itself, but I like to read along with audiobooks. But yeah, next up, one of the highlights of the month. I read this in a video. I think it was Can I Finish My May TBR? And that is And Now Back to You by B.K. Borison. I love this book so much. This book is inspired by When Harry Met Sally. And we are following 2 weather forecasters. One works for radio, one works for TV. Their buildings are literally across the street from each other. They park next to each other every day. He leaves her little sticky notes on her car about her parking abilities. And they end up getting teamed up to cover a snowstorm coming to Baltimore. I loved this. It was so, so cute. I gave this 5 stars. If this has really good mental health representation, and our main character, he suffers with anxiety and wanting things to be a certain way because of the way his childhood was. And just seeing her kind of help him through that, I loved it. I loved it. I cannot wait for the next one. The next one is You've Got Mail Inspired, and it comes out next year, and I'm so excited for that one too. But this series has I did not love her Love Like Farm series, but this one has turned out to be one of my favorites. Another book we finished in that video is My Dark Desire by Parker S. Huntington and L.J. Shin. This one is a dark Cinderella retelling. Our female main character, obviously, you know the story of Cinderella. And something that belongs to her stepmother auctioned away, and our male main character ended up getting it. And she sneaks in the beginning of our story to try to get it and epically fails. And because of this, he says, you know what, you're going to come be a maid for me. And our male main character, because of something that happened in his past, he suffers with the human touch. He has very much PTSD around it. You learn about what happened to him in the first chapter and why he is this way. And then he realizes that he despises everybody's touch but hers. And so, of course, she has to help him through that and help him learn to be able to touch others and accept others' touch. I gave it 3.75 stars. I rounded up to 4 on Goodreads, but yeah, I highly recommend this series. The first one is a Romeo and Juliet retelling, like inspired. It's something. I like this one more than that one. It's a little something, but yeah. Lastly, this month, I have All Roads Lead Here. I also read that in that video. This one, I love Mariana Zapata. She is a slow burn queen. Slow burn, if you do not know, is slow burn romance. She is the queen of it. You don't get nothing. You get yearning, you get angst, you get everything until about they hold hands at like 80% through the book. Okay, that's what I'm talking about when I say she is a slow burn queen. I think they kissed at like 85% of the way through. But this one, we are following our main character, Aurora, and she is going through a breakup. And she sees an ad back in her hometown for an over the garage apartment. She takes it. And when she gets there, she realizes that the son of one of the game wardens in town is the one that posted it. And he had no idea his son posted it. But they end up coming to a deal. She can stay there for a month while she tries to find something else. And we follow it from there. Of course, we know how it goes because it's a romance. But I really love this. This would be really good to read in the fall just because of the atmosphere. She has there's also a aspect of mystery in this book because when she was younger, her mother went missing and she still does to this day does not know what happened to her. Her mom loved to hike. She went out to hike one day and never came back. But she does have her mom's journals and she wanted to come back to her hometown so she could follow some of her mom's favorite trails. And so good. So good. I was giggling, kicking my feet. I lost sleep because I wanted to stay up and finish this book. It was so good. So that is the 12 books that I read in the month of May. I will put some stats on here as far as my average rating. I read 6 romance and I read 6 romantasy. Tell me down below what is something that you read in the month of May. Do you have any book recommendations for me based on my likes and dislikes in this video? Let me know because I'm always looking for some new books to read. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Join my bookish community. It would make my day. And I will see you in my next one.